welcome again to Mathematics and I. This is your presenter, Jeff Nino, and you are welcome to another edition of our course. Now, don't forget today we are having two questions, and these two questions was actually given to us by some students, and we were told to help them solve these problems. Now, without wasting time, we will begin the class. But if this is your first time of joining our channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to share the video. Okay, the first question here says, find the equation of a straight line passing through the points 2, 3 and perpendicular to the line 3x plus 2y plus 4 equals to 0. Find the equation of the straight line. Now, first of all, if you take a look at that question very well, you will understand that a point was given, 2 and 3. And then a line was given, 3x plus 2y plus 4 equals to 0. Now, what do we do with this? Now, when a point is given and a line or an equation, just one, is given, this is what we're going to do. First of all, when you are solving problems that has to do with perpendicular, the formula we have is m1, m2 is equal to minus 1. Now, what does m here represent? M represents the gradient or the slope of the line. Okay, m represents the gradient or the slope of the line. But if you take a look at this question, the slope of the line was not given. What was only given was a point and a line, or a point and an equation. Now, the first thing we're going to do is how we can find the slope of the line. And how can we find the slope of the line? We can only get the slope of the line when y is the subject of the formula. Now, so it means we are going to solve this equation and make y become the subject of the formula. So let us begin. Now, from the equation we say 3x plus 2y plus 4 equals to 0, we are going to get this now. 3x and 4 goes to the right hand side to make 2y stand alone. So here becomes 2y is equal to, when 3x goes, it becomes minus 3x, and when plus 4 goes, it becomes what? Minus 4. Now the next thing we're going to do is that, for us to make y the subject of the formula, we have to divide both sides by 2. So when we do this, here becomes over 2, here becomes over 2, and here becomes over 2. Now, when 2 cancel out 2, I have y becomes minus 3x over 2 minus 2. Now, how did I get this 2? 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now that we have made y the subject of the formula, now the slope or the gradient of this function or the gradient of this equation becomes the coefficient of x, the number that x carries. Now, what is x carry here? Minus 3 over 2. So it means m1 becomes minus 3 over 2. Okay, minus 3 over 2. But don't forget the formula. We said that the formula for perpendicular is m1, m2 equal to minus 1. So it means what we just got now is m1. But what we are using to solve the question is m2. So how can I get m2? I will substitute minus 3 over 2 for m1 so we can solve for m2. So substituting minus 3 over 2, we are going to get this. Now m1 now becomes minus 3 over 2. Now what do I have here? m2 equal to minus 1. Now I'll base minus 1 over 1 and cross multiply. Now minus 3m2 times 1 still gives us minus 3m2. And 2 times 1, 2 times minus 1 gives us minus 2. Okay, now without wasting time, for us to make m2 standable, or for us to make m2 the subject of the formula, I have to divide both sides by minus 3. Now when minus 3 cancels minus 3, what do I have? m2 becomes, if minus cancels out minus, what do I have now? 2 over 3. Now we have gotten what? m2. But don't forget, the question said we should find the equation. We should find an equation. m2 is not an equation. m2 is a gradient. But now, how can we now solve for the equation? After after we have gotten n2, now we will now make use of this 1 point. We will now make use of gradient with 1 point formula. There's what we call gradient with 1 point and gradient involving 2 points. Now, why am I using gradient involving 1 point? Because in the question, only 1 point was given. Now, what is the formula for solving gradient with 1 point formula? The formula is m is equal to y minus y1 over x minus x1. Now, why is there no 2 in this word formula? Because there is no second point. We only have 1 point. Okay, so now substituting the values, we are going to be having this. Anywhere I see gradients now, I'll give 2 over 3 equal to, now this is x1 and this is y1. Now in the formula, we don't know what is y. So here c is y minus, but y1 is 3. Okay, from the points given. Now y1 becomes 3 over, we don't know also what is x, but we know that x1 is 2. Now, from the options that were given in that question, let us see which of these is correct. Now, let us proceed. What I'm going to do now is that I will cross multiply. Now, when I cross multiply, we're going to have this. 3 multiplies y minus 3 and 2 multiplies x minus 2. Now, 3 times y gives us 3y minus 3 times 3 gives us 9. Okay? Equal to 2 times x gives us 2x minus 2 times 2 gives us 4. Now, let us make y become the subject of the formula. Let us make y become the subject of the formula. If we should do that, it means we are going to get something like this. We are going to get something like this. 3y is equal to 2x minus 4. If minus 9 crosses, it becomes plus 9. Okay, now here becomes 3y is equal to 2x minus 4 plus 9 gives us what? Plus 5. Okay, minus 4 plus 9 gives us what? Plus 5. Now, without wasting time, first of all, let us see if there is an option that fits this question. Now, if you take a look at the options given in that question, option B fits this question, which is 3y is equal to 2x plus 5. Now, it could be that in some cases, they choose to make what now? Y become the subject of the formula. And it means I'm going to divide both sides everywhere by what? By 3. But since we have something like this in the option, so this becomes the answer to that question. This becomes the answer to that question. So this is how you can solve for what? An equation of a straight line when a point is perpendicular to what? An equation. Now in some cases it could be that a point will not be given, but 2 equations will be given. Okay, 2 equations will be given. It is as simple as that. Solve for m1 in the first equation, solve for m2 in the what? In the second equation, and then we proceed with the what? With the question. So without wasting time, this is the answer to question number 1. Like we said from the beginning of the class, we are going to be solving 2 questions. Now the second question now is about the area of a triangle with vertices. The area of a triangle with vertices. Now if you know this is your first time of coming to our channel, you are welcome. Please don't forget to hit your subscribe button and don't forget to share the video. Now before I will take the question on question number 2, I want to explain to you something. Now, when you are solving for area of a triangle with vertices, you need to understand the formula. It has a formula. Now, assuming we have a triangle like this. Alright, with coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Okay, now these are the vertices. And then we are told to calculate for the area. Now it has a formula. Now the formula is the area is equal to S1 into brackets y2 minus what? y3 plus x2 into brackets y3 minus y1 plus x3 into bracket y1 minus y2. Then we have what? All over 2. This becomes the formula for calculating the what? The area. All of this divided by 2. All of this divided by 2. This becomes the what? The area. So, now that we understand the formula, what are we going to do? Let us see the question. Now, the question says, find the area of the triangle formed by the vertices. Find the area of the triangle formed by the vertices. Okay. 1, 1, 3, 1, and 5, 7. Now this is the question. 1, 1, 3, 1, and 5, 7. Now if you take a look at this, these vertices represent this. Okay, in the diagram. So the first thing we're going to do now is to label it. Now here becomes x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, and y3. Okay, so what do we do next? Let us substitute these values now into the formula which we gave here. So the area becomes x1. Now what do I have as my x1? x1 is what? 1. Now so here becomes 1 into bracket. What do I have here? y2. Now what's my y2 now? 1 minus, what's my y3? 7 plus, what's my x2 now? x2 is 3 into bracket y3. y3 is 7 minus y1, which is 1, plus x3 is what? 5 into bracket y1 is 1 minus y2 is 1 divided by 2. Okay, simple. So what do we do? Area becomes 1 into bracket 1 minus 7 is minus 6 plus 3 into the bracket of 7 minus 1 is 6 plus 5 into the bracket of 1 minus 1 is 0 all over 2. Okay, so here becomes area is equal to 1 times minus 6 gives us minus 6 plus 3 times 6 gives us 18 plus 5 times 0 gives us 0 all over 2. Alright, now here becomes area is equal to, now negative 6 plus 18. Negative 6 means you owe 6. Positive 18 means you have 18. Now when you pay the 6 out of the 18 that you have, how much do you have with you now? When you pay 6 out of the 18 you have, how much left do you have with you? 12. Now 12 plus 0 gives us what? 12 over 2. And 12 divided by 2 gives us what? 6. So the correct option to the question is option A. Option A says what? 6. So this is how you can solve for the area of a triangle with what? Vertices. So class, we have come to the end of today's video. I hope you have learned something new. And please don't forget to share our videos, and so that people can also see and they can also learn from these little what? Examples. Till we meet again, don't forget we offer online classes. If you are interested, write us on our Twitter handle at Jeff90. And yes, you can also leave a comment section there telling us what you want. Okay, and definitely we will get back to you. So again, thank you for watching today's episode. Till we meet again in our next class. Thank you.